Let's do it. To Kozamauka. So what is it you'd like to know? The route to Okahanu. We go south along the Arch of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs along the Kozamauka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however, my brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart and several people injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Be sure to watch our footing, thank you. And he walks away. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're if we're bound for Kozamauka, we should head over to the Arch. We'll be back to talk with you in good time, Master Merchant. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at Zablev Tai. It's all been arranged. So you stay literally in this spot, don't move, while we do some quests and then come back. Are we all ready to leave? Then onward to Kozamauka. Open the way. It does seem open already though, doesn't it?
Kozamauka, the land of rainbow terraces.
Rainbow.
It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuk Lamat, we proceeded along the marshy trail, a road upon which the Dawnservant and his comrades once traveled.
Some part of that water is making my computer hitch. Come on, 3080 card. You're better than this. Unless you're getting overheated, maybe.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
I feel like now my character...
So watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
Because of my character's forced facelift, now whenever he smiles and nods, it looks like he's just trying to be polite. Like he doesn't actually like it, but he's like, okay. He used to have, I swear to God, I feel like he used to have what appeared to be a more genuine smile. And now it's like a weird tight-lipped, like, okay. I miss my character's face.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okahanu isn't much farther.
There's no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing she has Arenville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Time for a map. There's green fluffy guys? It's funny. Alright. Oh my god. There's no flying here. Oh god, we have to do this stuff just to get flying back. Why? Everyone's arrived and none the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the slipped in the mud despite my explicit warnings. Oh my god. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanuhanu village I was telling you about. Okay, Hanu. Well, they seem like fucking siblings. Festive people. Wuk Lamat wishes to seek out the Dawnservant's elector. Everybody's in the rain. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find this elector. Oh, Kali! Oh, you gotta answer. It's like when the Lalafels on the first did the, this with the Lalahay kind of greeting. Oh, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to Okahanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rites of succession. So this sounds like Animal Crossing music, kind of. So our idea about the electors is correct. We just do as Papa said and retrace his path from Saga. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Should we poke around for a bit then? We might pick up some clues about the feat. You know, prepare ourselves. That's surprisingly prudent of you. What? You think I'm being too cautious? No, I'm impressed is all. You admire and respect your father, who is prone to decisive action, so I expected you to rush in first and ask questions later. Or never. I do look up to Papa, but you should know that he has a pragmatic side too. The head of reason is the thinker who takes time to consider all the possibilities. With the long naps he takes these days, though, the head of resolve is less restrained by his wisdom. I can't fault you for thinking that's all there is to him, but there's more to the Dawnservant you've seen thus far. I should like to speak with the head of reason one day. Ah, well, I'm sure you'll catch him awake soon enough. To return to the subject at hand, you wish to take a look around Okahanu then? To do some groundwork before the feat begins? Something like that. I mean, I could probably pass this test with my eyes closed, but I'll keep us busy while we're waiting. Wuk Lamat has the right of it. As Elder Zanuhali is a resident of this village, learning about it can only improve our chances in the feat. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Ehrenvel, Alizé, and Kryl should concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuk Lamat, Gaddis, and myself will handle the northern half. Oh, but the other half sounds cooler. Can I go with the other half? Ah, sounds good to me. Oh, God. How long is it going to take me to get used to the quest music? I don't know. Oh, it's the damage from... Is it a flood? Or no, it was a storm. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. Someone's big egg cracked. You heard about the storm? I never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help of the Dawnservant sent, we've been making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's so much else that was lost for good. Well, I mean, it's better than lost lives, right? That's much harder to get back. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I could do to help them. I'm gonna look around a little bit more. Dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. Oh, a boat. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tail in particular stand out. Alright. Oh, there you are. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold practical and cultural significance to the Hanu, then. Oh, phone call. Hello, can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. Yes, let's help these happy, big, fat bird people. We ought to hurry over too. Is there still a frame rate problem? Hold on. Maybe it is Chrome. I'm just gonna turn Chrome off.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Hanuhanu, elder of the Hanu.
That's not a voice I was expecting.
I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast! Surely you couldn't begin without us.
You made it after all.
Ah, this asshole.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawnservant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing.
Oh.
How fortunate, then, that my appointment to elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawnservant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Oh, we're gonna have to fix their problem.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Not a good idea.
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
Oh boy.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
I forgot how Makote always walk away kind of like with a little bit of an attitude.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Oh.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
He's like, I could tell. You're not like them.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Yeah, show
Easy
them.
now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Okay. The Feat of Reeds. Wuk Lamat is eager to help solve the Hanuhanu's woes. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're gonna find it. I'll make Baku Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Wait, but like, it takes a while though to farm. So whatever we do, are we really going to sit around for like, how long does it take to regrow things? Like a couple weeks to see if this actually helps? Or are they just going to take it on, you know, on promise that like, okay, we've set this stuff up for success. You can trust us. It worked. Arenville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. Because realistically, it's like, you could give them suggestions for fixing their crops or something. But I would assume they'd want to see the results before they sign off on that and say like, yep, you get the what is that, the little key or whatever for this region. You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Give me strength. Let us all scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Oh god. Please touch one of 3 objects. Oh, it's 4. Excuse me. 4 objects. Changing up the numbers just to throw me off. As Zanahali described, the reeds appeared wilted and unhealthy. Need better fertilizer or something? I mean, they're in water. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. The soil in the paddies is as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry or flaky. Lethargic frog? Oh, poor little guy. A small frog catches your eye. Strangely lackadaisical, it doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Just like scuttles away. Oh, okay, so maybe somebody put some shit in the water. Well, they said free of contaminants, though. Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. I know nothing about farming. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? Not really. I agree, the waters look to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for sure. Where's Nidhana? Let's bring Nidhana over. She would love to take up a new challenge. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. Is the region depressed? Just sad frogs, sad reeds. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there's another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival! This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. Wait, what? But how does that affect a frog? Do frogs care about the festival? I don't know if that's the right answer. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of festivities. You'll never see the Hanuhanu more joyful and alive. Still, I don't think that... Okay. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival. Give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows? Maybe fixing one problem could lead us to to a solution for the other. Yeah, stranger things have happened. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think the presence of a frog having the same feeling kind of debunks the concept, like, oh, woe is us, we don't have a festival.
I don't know about that.
Is it so strange an idea? I mean, it's not a bad idea to help them with the festival. However, that's not going to actually solve the problem of the crops, which I think is the bigger long-term issue. Yeah, I also fail to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Oh my god, is Aaronville me? I think I've become Aaronville. I suppose. Besides, this is Wuk Lamat's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Okay, I mean, what am I serving as in this? Am I just like a person that kicks butt for her? Am I supposed to be like an advisor to her? I don't remember if we actually specified what I'm supposed to do. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the Festival Float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Oh, I investigated that earlier. Yeah. In that big building in the north? Let's go see it. What's probably going to happen, my guess... Aaronville's still thinking. He's like, this is wrong. She's wrong. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Oh, Aaronville. This is why the Warrior of Light probably does stuff on their own a lot. You don't have to, like, be in a committee. You just do whatever you think is right. What's probably going to happen is, I think Krile and Alizé, or was it Alphino, were correct. We're going to help out with the festival, and inadvertently, something related to why this shit was going down is probably going to make itself known. Because otherwise, I'm with Erenville, and I don't think there's a connection between the two of those things. Because you have wildlife having an issue with whatever's happening. And wildlife doesn't exactly hang out at festivals? Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Inspect the festival float. You may... Oh, we're doing the little camera thing. I spy with my naked eye a funny bird. How does this work? Oh, missing eye. So somebody took an eye. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. Is there some just like saboteur here? Oh, snapped carrying pole. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this great big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? I mean, you could... It's still long enough that you could probably do it. It just would not be as efficient. Oh, bedraggled feathers? Oh, it kind of looks like a mess. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. Please don't tell me you just need to find replacements for those three things. We don't need to do that, because that's going to take forever. Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. How about everybody else goes and repairs it, and I just, like, hang out with the bird people here. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What's going on here? We're admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame it's in such a poor state. Due to the recent storm, I gather? Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No Ilhana. Ilhana! That's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs and you want us to hold a harvest festival? Uh-oh. I mean, understandable. I know how it sounds, but giving into misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of the festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need Aploxia for the missing eye, Uyupo wood for the poles, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the tail. Two of these I know. Abaxia is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and Uyupo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however... The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a... Wait, what? Who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics? Oh, you poor people. You need some more exciting events. And that's something of a problem right now. We Hanuhanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and have no reeds to eat. Having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated. And if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. Alright, Alphino, where's the big brain solution? The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. The float might also function as an arcane device. I'd wager the float is actually a secret weapon for smiting the Hanu's foes. I don't think that's the one. Pray continue, Alphino. Here, I want to try to sound smart. Maybe it might also function as an arcane device. Let's do a shot in the dark and try this one.
The float might also function as an arcane device.
Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. A focus? For what? Oh, Ihana is a harvest festival, isn't it? Then that must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if you repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. Okay, so they found a method for why the festival needs to happen. I get that. But wouldn't the simpler solution just be, let's just get some, like, do you actually have to repair the boat to get that arcane energy? Isn't there probably a simpler way to just gather the energy and distribute it out to the crops? But I mean, I guess they also want to, you know, brighten up people's morale and stuff too, right? It does seem like a bit of a roundabout way just to get energy into the ground, though. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these all have been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float? A tool for magic? This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, this may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Yeah, I guess we've seen people's prayer is actually pretty powerful. I mean, that's what usually causes all those primal problems. Through the years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihana really does sound like the solution to all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the floats these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alize and I to acquire the feathers. We'll encourage the people of Hanuhanu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. So do we not get to see that, I wonder? Oh, it's just the three of us. The least scientific... Well, you know what? Kral is actually pretty scientific. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. But me, Warrior of Light, dumb. Me just hit things really good. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Hanuhanu. Nice to meet you, Hanuhanu, and certainly let's all go together. Thanks to Wuk Lamat, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there's something to be said for following one's instincts. Oh god, I'm running out of inventory slots again. I have a problem with inventory management. Okay, a well-mannered shipwright. Hanuhanu wishes to take you to the shipwright. The shipwright's name is Wuk Ivu. He's a Zabral who only moved to These names... I am so dumb when it comes to these names. I feel like I'm tongue-tied every time I try to say one. Kazama Uka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanuhanu greeting. You won't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hanuhanu greeting. Oh, that one. Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Okabebe to the... Wait, not Bebe. Okbek Bay to the east of here. This is Okbek Bay, the village of all. Those who drift into Kozama from Tuliolal and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. As for Wuk Ivu, he lives and works in the House of Waters High, at the top of that large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. For the Warrior of Light? You know what? I bet I would still be exhausted. Oh, glasses.
What do you want with me?
Right. The greeting.
Is she gonna do the choop 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 thing that the Hanu do? Do it.
Oho Kali!
I mean, that's kind of close, right? Oh.
Oh, Kali!
Okay, alright, so it was acceptable. Although, I can't tell if he looks pleased or not.
Good. You brought your manners with you.
Okay.
When in Okanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
What is this music? It almost sounds like slightly like Looney Tunes sometimes. It's very upbeat.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before.
They both have the name Wuk, unless that's just a name for like cat people? Whoa, okay.
You're Wuk Lamat! Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wuk Evu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
Oh my god.
Take up your axe and claim my imputed head!
I will not. Keep your head.
He kind of he makes me think of Gozetsu a little bit.
I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
Alright then, consider it forgotten.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
Oh, that's how you say it. Okay.
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials. My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
Oh, 10 days?
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
Okay, now it sounds like Animal Crossing music. A little bit.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I
am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuk Lamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Wait, what? But she didn't... Okay. Now she's taking the credit for me and Alphino figuring it out.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo.
Uyuipo?
We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
That should save us some time.
All right, then. Let's get moving.
Oh. Hey, he's snooping. Is he part of Zoralja's group or the big double-headed guy? Oh, this asshole. Bakul Jaja.
Chosen One, one of your rivals is making progress.
What if somebody else is listening to these guys? It's like, who's eavesdropping on who?
Iana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
This guy's not even doing any of the work himself. What a lame-o. Cave Kikitola is southwest of Hanuhanu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. Cave Kikitola as promised, home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I'll conduct my own search out here. You can spot raw Aboktia by its green-hued glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. Oh, it's a big-ass cave. I picked over the ground near the entrance but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Yes, I found some green rocks. Yes, this is Aboktia. Along with Kral's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. You would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader for this year's Ihana. When that big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Wuk Lamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. Oh. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Aboktia into Wuk Evu's waiting hands. Thanks to the third promise and our mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uyapo. What are the Ablaxia? Here you go. Yes, these are excellent samples, a goodly quantity too. At this stage, you likely surmise that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow. But not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now, to get to work crafting these pieces for the float, I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Uyopo's conductivity. It's probably Kryl, right? Yeah. And I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Hanuhanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Okay, so how's Mr. Two-Head gonna put a wrench into our plans? Because it sounds like everything's working out okay so far. Almost like a little too well. Gathering the Uyopo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wuk Evu criticized everything I did. Then suddenly he yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into an Uyopo tree. I told him not to worry about it again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles and the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. Lifting of wings. Wuk Lamat settles down to rest before the festival gets underway. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Oh, we got the Get Shit Done music playing. I feel like this music's been with us since Realm Reborn, right? Very long time. Over there by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ilhana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Hanuhanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much about young claimants. No, he was going to say something. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds something about what needs to be done. That sounds kind of ominous. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. Huh, that sounds like our Koana. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. This better be exciting. Although we're only making like one float. Does that really constitute a festival? I guess so. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate the feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for Malms. We had to turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Aaronville's twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I am a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we brought the wood and gemstone replacements crafted by Wuk Evu. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was a guest of honor last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem. How about me, the warrior of light, the savior of all Eorzea and the entire fucking universe? Let me do it. I know this is not my story. Which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawnservant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Okay, who is it? Our beloved Ilhana, the lifting of wings is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Wuk Lamat, as our guest of honor. Huh? Me? I mean, it'll look good for you, so obviously you should do it. This boat won't make me seasick, will it? That's a joke, right? This boat won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Wuk Lamat. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Fazunukaki, where the sacred likeness of Kiksa is ensconced. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wuk Evu is finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wuk Evu with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That'll lead you across the bridges of the Stride of the Sun. Then we shall see to clearing it to end to end. End to end. How many enemies are there to clear in this place? Making it sound like there's like a lot. My lack of combat skills, I would only get underfoot. Happy hunting. Well, at least he knows his limitations. As Hanuhanu said, Kozanakuyi should be down this way, then off to the east when the path branches. And something about bridges and the Stride of the Sun? Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've culled all the threats you can find, we'll meet up in front of the Kiksahi. Let's keel. Aha! Is that it? Wait, really? And we go all the way over here? That's not that many things to kill. If we're killing one and then going like fucking 200 feet this other way. Oh, there's Kryl. It looked like she killed. Alright, who wants to die? Wait, where did I put away my carbuncle? This is a pretty long parade route for one float. Like the saddest parade ever. You have one decent float and everybody just tails along beside it, I guess. Alright. That guy's name was Honk Lagoose. And he had a little goose minion. Okay. Ah, you're a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kiksai, the Hanuhanu deity of the harvest. Even their sacred images are woven with reeds. That's pretty cool, actually. It reminds me of something I saw in Academia and Eider. Oh, is he saying like the Quetzalcoatl? Let's say that. I was half expecting a flying whale. That's a reference to the Vanu Vanu, but as we know, they are different birds. We're not being racist and saying all birds look the same. This reminds me of something I saw in Academia and Eider. One of the ancients' creations? It is possible a vestigial memory of that time endured. A subconscious recollection from the inheriting soul providing the basis for an entirely new religion. I have no idea what that means. As far as I know, Kiksai was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tural by the first Hanuhanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent? Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Hanuhanu? You'll want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell them we're done here. Time for a party. Meanwhile, in Hanuhanu... Oh no, wait. Is this a bad meanwhile? It's not good music.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
Is he gonna beat this dude up and take it?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
Wouldn't that disqualify you if you start murdering the locals?
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry.
Very quickly. I can't fight. I don't know what to do.
She's on her way back already?
Oh, yeah. Good, kick his ass.
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
No, don't kill the bird! I mean, it's a big bird.
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
Oh, you piece of shit.
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuk Lamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
I don't think she's gonna get here fast enough. I don't feel good about this scene.
Very well, if that's what you want.
Oh! Oh shit! Kick his ass! Uh-oh. Is this like one of those, like, I gotta get more training before I can beat him kind of scenarios?
That blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us.
Gulf!
But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Where am I? Yes, there I am, thank you! I've killed gods, you piece of shit, let me kill you. Smack you with my book.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Just me. Just me. All they need to do is send me out.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you. Eh?
I mean, lucky for you, because otherwise you just die. I love how everybody underestimates the Warrior of Light and then they don't live to regret it. Well, I guess unless you're an Asian, because then you usually come back and say something.
Two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, third promise. You're not dying, are you?
Pretty sure she's fine.
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
He's so happy. Let's see the festival. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You are incredibly brave. Oh god, these are all ugly dies. I think I just take the money. Knowing the Hanuhanu. Wuk Evu wishes to spread the word the festival will soon be held. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Okahali! See? I remember! Okahali! What? The float is fixed? Our fallen friends would be glad to know that Ihana will soon be underway. They would want us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. Ohokali! The festival's about to begin. What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. Ohokali! Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do, what to do. I guess he's gonna go see it anyway. Oh, should I get an outfit? Hold on. I need to not just look like I'm dressed up. Hold on. Shit, I don't really have anything that looks like a festival outfit. Oh, that's too much. Maybe I can look like my Viper self? That's a bit more dressed up looking, right? This looks kind of cooler. Let's do that. The Hanu were pleased to hear their festival was going ahead, I imagine. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest, but this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Alright.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuk Lamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her!
She's a lot smaller than her dad, at least. I mean, you got 4 really big birds. I'm pretty sure they could lift 1 Hrothgal.
Ready and...
Walking animation.
I could get used to this.
You're like, what's going on over there?
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promised would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
How cute.
Right, we've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozanuaki!
A few hours later. Gonna do some magic stuff?
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
Oh, it's actually doing shit. What? Oh, shit.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
See that one little frog that'll look all depressed, going like, yay! Starting to hop around again. Oh? What? That's really fast. What the fuck? Insta growth. Holy shit. Forget fertilizer. Just use ether. Use your own life energy.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was
I do feel like we lucked into that.
To think that such a
But
thing
okay.
was even possible.
Oh, now they just all look better. We've changed the landscape. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever. Last I saw, they were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished. wait, those ones look less good. What happened to the graphics
still
when they
look a
just
bit
got...
sicky.
Yeah, these ones don't look great.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
Why don't you just do... I mean, just do another run through with the float. Just get the rest of it right now. You have to wait a whole year?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognized the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication.
All right.
What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper.
I mean, you did take ether from the Warrior of Light, so that probably gave it a nice little boost.
We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater.
Oh, it's the brother.
Kona!
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Wonder what happened. Oh. Miracle Grow. So he did the same thing with one drop that we took the entire time to do. Just pour that everywhere.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity.
Uh-huh.
It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Oh. Okay, so Thancred and Urianger are definitely on Team Koana, aren't they? Not a surprise.
Archon allies?
Come on, Alphino, you're smart.
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
I mean, he's right, but I know the game is going to be like, but tradition.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuk Lamat. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
You don't have to kiss ass that much. I'm pretty sure she's going to give us the key. But that works.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
I wish there was like a nice middle ground though, because it does make sense that like you could have the tradition, but there is a point to be made about the effort that's expended. Or for a melding of those two, you could get even more growth from from all of that plant life and from your food stores and stuff. Because even with the method that they did, which worked, it didn't get everything. And they would have, for some reason, waited until the next year to do the rest. That part I don't get. Like, just do a little extra float to get the rest of the stuff growing. Why not? It's almost like it shouldn't be either one of these or the other. I feel like there should be a nice handshake between the two. The other problem is if you're too tied down to tradition, then you don't innovate, and then you miss out on a lot of things that would actually better your society as well. So there has to be a good middle ground where it's like you respect the concept and the cultural aspects of tradition, but you still also welcome the new and the unfamiliar, maybe to become part of that, maybe like a melding, you know?
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
I mean, it's funny that, like, the Papa is a two-headed leader. Maybe the answer is both of these guys. You essentially have two heads in one. You have...
So this is what they look like.
You have Wuk... looks like a piece of meat. You have Wuk Lamat that is like the feeling one that understands the traditions and culture and all that kind of stuff. And then you have her brother Koano, who appears colder, but still cares, just in the more scientific and technical way. You merge those two, and then you get that happy medium of both.
Go on, set it in the tablet.
What's it gonna do? Put it in the tablet iPad.
A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more.
Oh, Jesus. It's like, I mean, I don't know if each of these pieces is going to look different or if they all look like Werther's originals, like pieces of candy. But it'd be funny if it was like, you know, old school Pokemon where you go to the gym and then you get the badge each time you defeat a challenge. But I'm assuming the thing that looks different here is really the tablet and not the actual gym.
And on to the next.
He definitely likes to look like he does things on his own, though.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
The third promise? You must join us for Ihihana next season. As Dawnservant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now.
Okay. That's one down, and now we get to do the other half?
Us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
Meanwhile, what did this guy think he was doing?
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Did they steal a bottle from him? They're gonna act like they just came up with it on their own.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
That wouldn't even feel satisfying to win. You've just stolen somebody else's shit. You didn't get it through your own power. What a lame asshole. I guess now I can switch back to my summoner since the party's over. My journey has just started and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wuk Evu, for one. He's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And Hanuhanu, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ilhana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to Zabav Tai. And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onwards onto Urakapacha. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your opportunistic Pelu friend has to say.